Hello, everybody, and we are live. How are you guys? I know that it's been a long time since we did this one. I think it's been months. My apologies on that. We established an in person training center. We were able to successfully do and created one in Davao City, and it is our goal and prayer and desire to bring it all over the country and later on surge it to Southeast Asia. My name is Grace Luxin. I am the CEO and founder of Surge Freelancing Marketplace, and I will be with you today on this topic right here, how to start working as a virtual assistant. Real quick, let me know in the comment section if you can see me, if you can hear me properly, if you can see my screen. I know that we postponed this one because we don't have that internet connection that we are expecting. Okay. But if you can see me properly, if you can hear me properly, if you can see my PowerPoint presentation, please let me know and say yes. All right. Thank you very much for all of the responses. There are 700 plus who registered here, and I really appreciate the love that you have. It's like, almost prophetic because we are celebrating our 7th year anniversary. So please let me know also in the comment section if you are watching via YouTube, you are watching via LinkedIn or via Facebook. We are live all over these three social media sites. However, we are only dedicated to YouTube when we gave you the link because that's where we want this posted. Okay. All right. Others are watching via YouTube, via Facebook, YouTube. Okay. Thank you very much for the responses. YouTube, and thank you, Chang. Chang is saying happy anniversary. We appreciate it. Yes, this is going to be a series of sessions. And we're going to be starting on this one. First, it's going to be how to start working as a virtual assistant. And then later on, there will be more in the discussion. So stay tuned. We are going to learn the basics. And then afterwards, we will learn also on how to be established, how to be hired. And eventually, I think towards the end of this conversation, we're doing this every Tuesday, all Tuesdays of August, we will be ensuring and giving you advice on how you can also achieve freedom and flexibility through freelancing that's more long term. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into the conversation. So this is me right here once again. Okay, so we are talking about how to start working as a virtual assistant. These are all of our staff. Okay, so all good looking. And this is brought to you by Surge Freelancing Marketplace. Surge is an FVA Business Consultancy Corporation company. So we are a tech social empowerment enterprise dedicated to improving the quality of life. That's you as an individual. May you be a business owner or a freelancer. Commerce, we want to be able to be a blessing to enterprises as well, and sustainability overall. This is why the last hurrah of this series is on stability because we want you to be sustained in freelancing. So, Surge Freelancing Marketplace is the world's one stop freelancing marketplace offering, you can all get it here, training, services, solutions. It's all in one place. Okay. So, this is our dedication and commitment to you guys. We have been here for 7 years now. And again, we're celebrating our 7th year anniversary. So this is me right here. Okay, you can see my face. Okay, and the presentation is still loading again. We're having some internet connection, so if you think you're not seeing everything properly, you can go ahead and ensure that you comment so I will be guided. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a freelancing thought leader, I am a resource speaker, trainer, and business consultant. I'm also an entrepreneur since 2016 and a digital and online marketing expert. I have my master's in education, a doctorate in education, and also, though I'm lacking dissertation, and also master's in entrepreneurship. So I can give you advices with regards to what you need, when you are a freelancer and also a business owner. So my fields of expertise are going into commerce, businesses, enterprises from freelancing. So this is what we do in virtual assistants or in Surge. We provide online courses, training services. So first and foremost, we can go ahead and provide training. So may it be online. And good news, on our seventh year, we now have an option to provide training for you in person. So forgive us if we're not able to go where you're at right now, but good news for those of you who are in Davao City, we are already um, providing our in-person training in Davao City, and look forward to the nearest city near you. Okay, nearest city near you, the nearest city where you're at, so we can be providing the services. And our goal is to also provide services. So after the training, if you want to continue with our business model, we can shift you into being hired. It's only optional because others after the training can apply themselves and also be hired. So, solutions, we provide trainings, we provide toolkits, we provide anything under the sun that may be of need when you are training and when you are a freelancer later on. Okay, so that's what we do, and that's what we're doing. So this is our discussion and training flow. We will be focusing on what is virtual assistance, how does virtual assistant work, what are the freelancing platforms that you can apply for work, how are you paid as a virtual assistant, and the tools. And I will go even deeper than that by really showing you how to be hired, what are the contracts, okay, and what are the tools, and really explain in detail. So we will be doing discussions and question and answer afterwards, and then I will give you a code. Okay, so make sure that you are here because I will not be putting the code out there. Okay, you will not be seeing it down. You will also not be seeing in my presentation. I will be mentioning the code. Okay, I will be saying the code. So make sure that you watch and really listen the whole time that you're here so you can get the code. Okay, I will spell it out to you as well. And then that code will be the basis of your feedbacking, and the feedback form will be the basis of your certification, because this is a free training with certification. So real quick, if you have friends, relatives, fellow freelancers who are needing this training, go ahead and tag them. Go ahead and share this in your feed. Go ahead and mention them so they can also get the benefit of this free training with certification. But then again, attending here will not give you a certification. You have to get the code and then fill in the feedback form as the basis of your certification. So the feedback form is also open for 3 days. After 3 days, we will close it to ensure that those that are here, that are present, that are giving us feedback will be the one that will be certified. Okay. And then we will send the certification to you within 10 to 15 days. Please give us a little bit grace on this one because there are 700 of you who registered. So we want to ensure that everybody gets certified. Okay. And towards the end, we will also be announcing, actually, we're going to raffle it here live. Okay. We will be getting 5 names when it comes to our top fan winners. So all throughout the whole month of August, we will be celebrating our 7th year anniversary, and we will be giving out not seven on our 7th year anniversary, but 70 winners of free course of choice. So there are a lot of courses when it comes to Surge. So you can get data analytics, you can get web design, you can get freelancing, social media, digital, chatbot, a lot of 40 plus courses. So you can choose any of that if you are a winner. Okay. So we will be drawing 5 winners later on. That will be towards the end, and then I'm going to mention the very code in order for you to be using it. Okay, so this will be a series again. Okay, so this is not the updated, but when it comes to, let me stop sharing. But when it comes to the whole coverage on this series because we want to ensure that you have everything. Okay, so know that we will be providing all of this training to you guys. All you have to do is ensure that you are registered. So you have to be in this page right here and then go here under events. Okay, again, this is a series of training. So under the event section, you can go and register here. Okay, so next week we will be discussing 10 virtual assistant work, the overview and how it's done. Okay, and then next Tuesday, the Tuesday after that, getting hired as a virtual assistant. So what are the tips? How are you going to apply? So we're really giving all out, okay, the techniques that we have seen. How are you going to do it with your profile? How are you going to optimize? What are the platforms? Though today we're going to give an overview, but the series of training, you have to be here in order for you to be hired and achieve sustainability. Okay. And then the last one is here on the 22nd, virtual assistant stability techniques. We will be showing you how you can be stable in freelancing. Okay. So again, if you have friends that need to hear this, this is every Tuesday, and we're not only doing the training, okay? We will also be drawing winners, right? Maybe next Tuesday, I will be drawing those that are top fans, and I will also be sharing. Getting names from those that are here live. So make sure that you are here and you are really getting the benefit of all of this training. Okay, real quick, please connect with us. We are in all of the social media sites. Just look for at Surge Marketplace. If you are in YouTube right now, please subscribe to our channel so you will be notified whenever we post new videos. Click that notification bell. If you are in Facebook, please follow us so we can be connected. We can grow together, and wherever we are surging, you are a part of it because we will make it, a part, we will make it a freelancing community that everybody who has enthusiasm and everybody that loves freelancing and would like to be a freelancer, we will give everything that you need. Okay, so connect with us. We are also in TikTok and Twitter, in Pinterest, and the Facebook page. It's all under Surge Marketplace. Okay, so we are all connected the whole time. So just like what I mentioned earlier, we're gonna be here for the next hour. So make sure that you have notes. Okay, you have not just notes, but also feel free to go ahead and maybe take screenshots. Okay, because we're going to jump right into, and we will be here only until 9 p.m. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What is virtual assistant? Okay, so we have here virtual assistant is you providing services to professionals, organizations, companies, and you most likely work from home using the internet instead of going to an office. That's why it's called virtual. Okay. And then if you have access to internet or if you have access to a computer, even if it's laptop, you can work anywhere, anytime. Talk about flexibility. Okay. And with enough knowledge to different softwares and applications, you can apply to certain clients from simple to complex tasks. So maybe when you are a newbie, you will start with simple tasks. Okay, right here. If you are going to upskill, if you have more serviceable skills, you can deliver complex tasks. And with complex tasks, that's a little bit more niched, you can go ahead and be paid well. This can be email management, social media management, website management, digital products creation, setting up sales funnels, and more. There are tons of virtual assistant services that you can actually deliver and give to clients. Okay. So, write in the comment section, please let me know what are you, how do you consider yourself right now? Are you a freelancing newbie? Are you a seasoned freelancer? Okay. Newbie means you did not start freelancing, you don't have training at all, you are basically starting. Okay. Because if you are a newbie, then you can be right here in this simple task. You can start there. Okay. So we have newbie. Okay. Newbie also. Okay, I am a full-time VA. Good job. Okay, newbie, a lot of newbie, just starting basically freelancing newbie, freelancing newbie. Okay, so a lot of newbies, you're in the right place because we are going to be starting. And for all of you who are here, please go ahead and follow us every Tuesday because again, just like what I showed earlier, we're gonna be here showing you everything. Okay, from knowing what is virtual assistance today to getting hired to what are the simple tasks that you can do, overview and how it's being done, to stability. So if you're a freelancing newbie, this is the perfect one for you to start. If you're a freelancer already, maybe you can go ahead and um, refresh, but the next few series, the next Tuesdays, you can go ahead and be guided. All right, so you have an understanding now, okay, on what is virtual assistance. It is anything that you do in providing services to clients, from simple to complex tasks. And it might be managing emails, it might be basically managing social media sites, so setting up funnels, to creating digital products. Those are complex ones. But the good news is you can get training. Everybody can start freelancing. I'm going to mention later on what are the requirements in order for you to get started with freelancing. Okay. So, any type of services that you provide virtually online is virtual assistance. May you be providing it in an airport, in a ship, in your house, in your dining table, in your bedroom, in the bus. As long as you have access to internet and computer, you can provide freelancing services or virtual assistance. Now, how does freelancing work? Okay. Again, these are some of our beautiful and good looking team, highlighting them. Okay. Just making sure that you are knowing who they are and you're seeing more often, their faces because they're really amazing. All right. So virtual assistance, just like what I do, is the exchange of service from you providing that service to the client, and the client benefiting that service, and then later on basically paying you. So that is the advantage for virtual assistance. So in answer to this question, I'm just going to give you advantages and other tips. Okay. So how does it work? You provide the service. The client needing the service will probably give you details on how it's done. Okay. But you need to have some basic understanding. After providing that service, you are paid. And again, you provide that service, you are paid again, and it's all done virtually. Okay. So it's an exchange of service from you to the client, and the client paying you, and it's using internet and your access to laptop. The disadvantage with virtual assistants is flexibility. That's really number one. This is why we, highlighted freedom and flexibility in our training center. Why? Because you can work anytime, anywhere. You can set your own schedule when you are a freelancer. And you can achieve unlimited income potential. Okay, not unlimited all the time, but the potential, it depends with the hours and depends with the task that you're doing. Even if you are young or if you are older, okay, you have that capacity to really serve. Even if you have no college degree, even if you graduated high school or you did not graduate high school, even if you have prior experience or you don't have prior experience, you can achieve flexibility to work anywhere, to work anytime. Okay, you may be a night owl that you would like to work at nighttime, or maybe you consider yourself a morning person. All you need is just coffee, and then 5 seconds after you open your laptop, no toothbrush, no going to the shower, taking a shower, you can work, and that's the advantage. And the income is not fixed. Okay, you can have lots of client, you can create digital products out of it, you can monetize your existence through your online presence, you can hire other virtual assistants. So the potential is actually very unlimited. It depends with the activities that you're going to be doing, and we will be discussing that in our last series. What are the avenues where you can also achieve in order for you to have that stability? So again, we're talking about how does it work. Okay, Here, who hires virtual assistants? So small business owners, female executives. Okay, I'm already giving you some keywords here. So maybe you'd like to target small business owners, female executives like myself, corporate managers, coaches and consultants, those from the health and fitness professionals, vloggers or bloggers are some of the highly utilized niches for virtual assistants. So you can target them. You can go ahead and approach them to hire. Why small business owners? Because usually they are still starting. I myself is a startup. I myself is a business owner that is starting from scratch. I started FVA Business Consultancy Corporation in 2016, right from ground, right from zero. And I needed a team to help me grow it. Okay. And all of the team members that we have, probably just two or maybe just two, are all coming from Surge Marketplace. Okay. Female entrepreneurs or female executives. Why female executives? Because most of the female executives need to balance family, marriage, parenting, homeschoolers. So they need virtual assistants. Corporate managers, coaches, and consultants. So you can go ahead and target them. They are the ones who are going to hire you because they are usually preoccupied with their day-to-day endeavors on their business and will probably opt to give you or outsource some of the tasks and projects so they can spend their lives on something more meaningful to them. Okay, just like for example, for me, I want to be able to still homeschool my kids. I want to be able to still have that work life balance. This is why, as we grow, we are also hiring more people, just like what you have seen earlier. Aside from those that you have seen in the picture, I think there are four others that are online. Okay. So as we're growing, we want to be able to hire more virtual assistants. So you too can target those people in order for you to be hired. How much money, is possibly earned by a virtual assistant? It actually depends by the skill level and the type of service that you provide. So here, the keyword is skill level. You can go ahead and start as a newbie, and then afterwards as an intermediate virtual assistant, and then the third level is an expert. So those are the avenues where you can be earning. So if you are a freelancer that's just starting, so you consider yourself a newbie, you may be needing a lot of assistance all the time. So probably can start with $4, $5. Okay. Those are for newbies. $6, especially if you don't have training. However, if you consider yourself an intermediate, okay, so in between, you have a little bit more experience already. So you can go ahead and be charging the client higher. Okay, you can go ahead and target those that can pay you better. And then here, the third part of the skill level right here is the expert type. This means that you can run everything. This means that you basically run the business on your own. I think few months ago, a month ago, or probably a few weeks ago, I have a consulting with an expert level virtual assistant. Okay, she was hired to run the business, basically hire virtual assistants, train them, match them with clients. Do you know how much she's earning on a monthly basis? 250,000. Okay, 250,000 on a monthly basis, plus in she even added it in her contract that she will have a percentage. Okay, she will have a percentage when she is I think reaching 5 years and she's still with the company. Okay, so those are avenues for you. So again, let's be very very realistic with this one. Don't be charging the client also 10 6 digits right away or 7 digits right away, and your skill level is very simple. Okay, so you have to really ensure that when you are starting, charge the client a little bit lower. But even if it's lower because your skill level is still a newbie, it's still big because you are being paid in dollars. So when you do the exchange rate, it's still big. Okay, also it matters on the type of service that you provide. So when you are providing simple skills, that means that your hourly rate is a little bit lower. But if you are providing complex skill, then you can charge the client also higher. Okay, so you can double or triple your income by applying different jobs that are available online. All right. And then you can also go ahead and manage them all. So that's the value of you taking a course, because the more you're learning, the more you're also able to provide that service. The more you're training, the more you're able to provide another service. Okay. So if you are not a seasoned freelancer, you can still jump into freelancing, but you can start from scratch. You can go ahead and have a steady stream of income using probably a basic skill in freelancing or virtual assistants, and providing what you have right now. You can go ahead and start there. Okay. So where can you go ahead and be hired? So what are the freelancing platforms that you can consider? And again, as I'm mentioning all of these things, you can take a screenshot. You can go ahead and take a picture. Okay. I don't mind, because all we want to do is really empower you all throughout this, series that we're going to be discussing. Okay. So don't be limited to freelancing sites. There are a lot of freelancing sites, okay, right here. So freelancing sites, examples of this are Upwork, Fiverr, freelancer.com, Hubstop Talent. Okay. So that's just one avenue where you can be hired as a virtual assistant. You can be hired there. You can go ahead and apply. All right. Let me go ahead and show you one. So let's just say, for example, this is I'm going to show you Upwork. So this is one freelancing site right here. Okay. So here you can see a lot of jobs. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to be here. I already have a few. Okay. So I'm going to be looking into social media manager. So look at that. There are different types of level. Entry level means you basically know, and maybe you just learned it. Maybe you didn't have training, but you are coming in with little understanding and little knowledge on how to run it. Okay. Intermediate, there are this is where you already have probably one or two experience. You are certified how to do this, so you can go ahead and deliver, run it. Maybe you need minimal supervision. Maybe you only need adjusting to the client's preferences. So that's, but you know how it's being done. You know the run through from start to bottom. Okay, that's intermediate. Expert level means you can run it, and you just need the client's information. Okay, what do you need? This campaign, I'll run it for you. I'll do the copywriting, I'll do the graphics. Okay, and run it. Probably you'll even be managing teams. Okay, so for example, so this is just one freelancing platform. So for example, you have one here. So let's go ahead and look for one. So for example, we have here social media marketing. So they said there's an interview for 25 minutes. Okay. So if we're going to look into this detail, okay, let me just go back to that. Okay. This client is willing to pay $10 to $20. This is for the intermediate level. Okay. And they need assistance from freelancers who can enhance their platform. So basically, they can go ahead and maybe optimize their social media presence in Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok. Okay. So they need to enhance. Okay. So they need support. So maybe you can go out there and check, do audit what are the things that they need, run it. Maybe you can use Canva, use other tools. Okay. And then afterwards, they're willing to pay you $10 to $20. Okay. So this is an example of a freelancing platform that you can be hired as a freelancer. Okay. And just like what I mentioned earlier, don't be limited by that, because there are a lot of freelancers that are very limited to freelancing platforms. You need to also consider VA agencies. Okay. So VA agencies are usually based in the Philippines, and they hire virtual assistants. I'm going to share the pros and cons when it comes to VA agencies. Usually, a VA agency is a company that hires virtual assistants. You apply to them, and most often you will be under their pool of talents. You're not hired right away, just like what Surge is doing. We are an agency in our services. So you can go ahead and be hired after matching with clients, and the clients are the one deciding that they're going to choose you. The beauty with VA agency is you are safe and secure, and usually these VA agencies are providing benefits like taxes, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, okay? However, the cons for this one is usually you are going to start like really low. Okay, here you can go ahead and work directly with clients, and you can be paid, just like what we have seen earlier, $10 to $20 per hour. Here sometimes only $5, only $4. Okay, because the other portion of your income, they do it in operational expenses, they manage, they pay taxes since they're in the Philippines, they're not a platform. Okay, so those are also avenues. There are a lot of VA agencies in the country. You can just search, okay? You can go ahead and Google VA agencies in the Philippines. Probably the first two search results will give you 20 VA agencies. There are a lot, even in LinkedIn, okay? So another one where you can apply as a virtual assistant is social media sites. So you can go ahead and be hired in LinkedIn and Facebook, especially if you have online presence in these social media sites. You can even go and establish yourself in TikTok, and maybe clients are seeing that your TikToks are really, really engaging, and they will hire you. You can also have online presence in Instagram, and you probably will post like your virtual assistant portfolios, and they will hire you. Okay, so social media is also a powerful avenue where you can be found in marketing. This can be an avenue for inbound leads. That means you just post and post and post, okay, maybe organic post, and clients are just coming in to hire you. You can also consider Facebook and LinkedIn groups. There are a lot of avenues where they're always be needing. You go and target female entrepreneurs, groups for coaches, groups for fitness, okay? And once you are inside the group, they will usually like maybe ask, where do you get your graphics for this one? And you can personal message that because you are in one group. Hi, we are in the same group, and I can go ahead and we are in the same group, and I can go ahead and provide the services for you. Here's my portfolio. Okay, and also referral. So if you have classmates who are already hired, if you have a lot of you guys are probably freelancers because you were given an opportunity by another freelancer, so that's considered referrals. And if you are also really doing good, your client will give you another client. Okay, so those are also avenues where you can be hired as a freelancer. Okay, so a lot of freelancers will start freelancing, and maybe start up a profile in Upwork, start up and create a profile, or probably sign up in Fiverr, in a freelancer, and online jobs.ph. However, they put everything out there and it seems okay, but they are basically dependent on that. They just set it up and then done. Okay, that's not what getting hired is all about. You have to be active in really searching for opportunities. That's why I'm sharing you, based on our experience for 7 years now, that you also need to consider VA agencies, because they usually hire newbies even without experience, even without training. Okay, as long as you can deliver, they usually would do series of tests. Okay, like test number one, test number two, and then like a paid training, and then you can go from there. Social media sites, okay, groups and referrals. So do not limit yourself to one freelancing platform and then you're dependent on that, or one V agency and you're dependent on that. You're just waiting for it to be working. No, it's not going to be that way, because freelancing and virtual assistants today is very competitive, unlike when we started 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So you have to consider other avenues in getting hired as a freelancer. Okay, so now, how are you getting paid as a freelancer? So the process is usually you decide on a service. Okay, like for example, I'm going to be managing Facebook pages. I will provide Facebook page management. So that's one service. Probably you're an engineering student and you'd like you know how to do AutoCAD, okay, design. So maybe you're going to provide it to provide AutoCAD. Maybe you are good in listening and you are good in editing. So maybe you can go ahead and provide transcription. Maybe creating TikToks or maybe Reels. You're really good with CapCut, okay? Maybe you'd like to go ahead and provide bookkeeping services because you graduated from accounting, from bookkeeping tech, okay? So decide on a service first. Usually you can start with what you graduated from college if you're a graduate, or maybe a skill that you know. Maybe you're still in high school, maybe in senior high or in junior high, but you know how to edit videos. Maybe you know how to do graphics design. So that's your service. Maybe you know how to do Canva design. So that's your service, okay? Maybe it's also relevant for you to get training and certification, because in a lot of freelancing platforms, they would like you, sometimes they're looking for your certificate, okay? Sometimes they're looking for an experience. Sometimes they're looking into your training. So the more portfolio that you can provide, that you can showcase, the better it is for you, okay? So let me go ahead and have and really explain this one. There are a lot of resources in TikTok and other resources, okay, that would tell you that you don't need training. And I agree to that, but not all the time, okay? If you are self directed and if you are a newbie that can just find ways and you have been skilled, you're probably a really skilled student in your college and you have a lot to give. Maybe you only need to watch videos online, and there are a lot of videos online that you can be familiar on how freelancing works and you get the gist and you can run right away, okay? However, if you feel like I really don't know where to start, I don't have any skill to start, then you need training. And a lot of times, 99% of the time, you will need training, okay? Why is that? Because again, I consider myself a freelancing thought leader, and I've studied freelancing, the industry, the trends, what works, what doesn't work, because we want our training to be as effective and as quality and will really give our graduates jobs, okay? And with all the experiences that we have, remember that we went through a pandemic, okay? And in 2020 or 2021, 10 million people in the US alone are, there is this thing called the Great Resignation, okay? Where 10 million people, that's a lot of people, okay? It's like a population of one country. So million people said that I don't want to go back. Okay, I don't want to go back. And a lot, even here in the country, are saying no to RTO, no to return to office, because I have proven that actually it works well just being at home. I can work from home. You provide me the computer, I can work from home. And have been seeing like the benefit of it. I can be with my kids, I can be with I can be traveling, I can be a digital nomad. Why do you need to bring me in an office setting? Okay, so there are a lot of people who likes the office setting. Like we hired a new trainer and I said, why do you like to be there? And she said that I like to be an office girl, okay? And like, go ahead, this is the right person. There are a lot of people that would like to be in an office setting, but others, based on the Great Resignation, would like us, like the flexibility. So remember, this happened during the pandemic, and that's in the US alone. So what happened in that pandemic period? Those 10 million became your competition, okay? And they are native speakers, they are trained in, they have better education, okay? And that's in the US alone. Last year, okay, if you can remember 2022, there's this thing called the tech layoffs. There were like 11,000, 9,000 layoffs from Twitter, from Facebook, from Amazon. Tech layoffs. These are people that are very skilled, experts, okay? And these people may have some understanding to really run things. And those also are your competition, okay? So, how about us that are not native speakers, that are starting from scratch? we need to be as competitive as possible. That's why when I'm being asked, okay, if I want to assure you for success, I would say get training and certification. If I'm only just getting views, okay, if I'm getting views in TikTok, in LinkedIn, in YouTube, I will probably, rub your heart right there and like butter you up and say, you don't need training. But if I'm being realistic and knowing that with our current status in the Philippines, with our educational system that is not that techy or not that digital, we need training in order for us to be competitive and competent in the marketplaces. Okay. Our edge, however, is that we are really good in English outside the American continent, and we can be paid lower than those that are in the American continent. That's our only edge. But when it comes to skill, we need to have training. When it comes to experience, we need to have that experience in the training. And that's the beauty with Surge, because you're not only watching videos, you really do what it needs to be done to serve clients. When you're studying Facebook ads, you have to do and optimize a Facebook page. You have to do Facebook ads yourself, okay? Or probably with a team. Okay. So if you are getting training, may it be in Surge or other agencies, it will help you. So go ahead and get training and certification. Okay. Afterwards, this should be set. You need to set your services, like what are your rates, your packages, the types of contract. I will mention this later on. Okay. And then afterwards, you have to sign up and create online presence. Again, this is not 2010 or 2012 or 2019 that all you need to do is just create that profile and then clients will come to you. You need to be as competitive as possible. So you have to have websites, or you have to have platforms or accounts in freelancing platforms. If you can create and manage your freelancing accounts in at least five, that will be very beneficial for you. Okay. And then also online presence, maybe even just Facebook page or a LinkedIn account, that will be beneficial for you. Because here's another thing again, I myself is a business owner and a consultant. Okay. I've been doing consulting to a lot of businesses, and some of them are really big names in the country. And I've been like rallying, like freelancing. And you know what are some of the pain points for these business owners whom I'm really, like rallying freelancing? The legitimacy of the legitimacy, and again, the expertise. Okay. So what will help them become more confident in you? Your online presence. Most often, if I am the business owner and I'm considering in hiring you, I would usually look for you in Facebook. Okay, I would look at your Facebook page, and if your Facebook page or your Facebook account is not relevant to your services, that's already a negative point. I would usually look you up in LinkedIn. Okay, and if your LinkedIn account is not as optimized or is not as professional as possible, that's also a negative point for you. Okay, so don't be dependent. In the last few, I would probably decade, because it's been a decade since we started freelancing. All right. Probably in the last 5 years to a decade, it's okay to just create freelancing profiles in freelancing platforms. But now we're teaching you the competitive way. You have to have social media sites for your freelancing. And if you are a freelancer and you don't have any, if your Facebook account is not private or set to friends only, if it's public, please make sure that you clean it out a little bit, okay? Because clients are really going to check you out in your socials. So don't be dependent with the Upwork profile, okay? Make sure that you fully optimize your socials as well. And then afterwards, you go ahead and create your resume, application letter, a portfolio, and then you apply. So once you're hired, you provide that service. So you can provide that service, and sometimes you are being tracked. So I'm going to mention this more later on. Or you can go ahead and decide on a fixed rate. Okay. And then at the end of the period, maybe a month, or probably if you agreed on bi-monthly, so that's every 13th and end of the month, then you can invoice the client and then you can be paid. All right. So usually your freelancing account is connected to your bank. You can connect it with your bank. So when you go ahead and you see that it's already up, so you just withdraw it, and it will be in your bank account or in your PayPal, and in your PayPal will just be transferred to a Gcash account. So that's how you can be paid as a freelancer. But it starts with you identifying your service, having that competitive, serviceable skill, platforms, presence, you creating your packages, and then afterwards you can go ahead and deliver that service. Okay. So next question. All right. So how can we go ahead and position ourselves to getting hired? Because again, we're talking about how to be hired or how to start working as a freelancer. Okay. So what are the qualities of virtual assistants that these clients are looking for? Okay, because again, we're not talking about just applying. We need to align ourselves to getting hired in order for us to start working as a virtual assistant. Number one is you need to be professional. Okay, so there needs to be professionalism. So you have to be professional in your communication. This is why you need chat gpt, you need Grammarly. Okay, you have to be on top of your communication. So when you are communicating, don't be like, don't let the client wait for 48 hours. You have to be like responding right away. Noted, I got this, thank you very much. You have to be on top. So you need to learn how to do email etiquette. Okay, you need to really be on top of your communication right away. Another one is you need to be organized. This is really, really helpful, because if you are hired as a virtual assistant and you're not organized, what happens? You will miss deadlines. You will miss probably tasks that the client mentioned to you. So, that will be a negative point for you. So that means that maybe towards the end of the month or 3 months, the client is not satisfied. So you need to organize. Okay, you need to organize your life, you have to organize your heart, you have to organize your soul, your spirit, in order for you to organize. If you see me and you have been following me, I have been working with um I work all the time with a really big organizer. Okay, because I need to list things down all the time. Probably you're a digital organizer, so you can consider that as well. Okay, another one is you need to be resourceful. Okay, you need to be able to go out there and really find ways. Okay, you have to be like looking into where can I find this, so you're not always dependent on your client. You're not always like checking on like, how do I do this, what size is this? Okay, you have to be resourceful. You need to be able to check online, and maybe maybe even have other tools. Okay, maybe even spend for your tools. So be resourceful. You have to be teachable as well. Okay, don't be like, because this is my way, this is how I learned it from Miss Grace. All right, so sometimes because they are our clients are our customers, so we need to always adjust, and we have to communicate to them if there are avenues that are better than the client's perspective. We need to suggest to them in a proper manner. That's why we have to be on top of our communication. So we have to be teachable, because especially during the first 3 months, the clients will always be like, no, this is how it's done, no, this is how it's done. And if you are too proud not to admit your mistakes or how you'd like it, that way, you're always bitter, and you're always like probably gossiping the client to your spouse, and that will somehow create tension in your relationship. So be willing to be customer centric, be willing to be client friendly. So be teachable, learn the mistakes, learn to say, I'm sorry, I got this. Okay, I'm going to learn from this. A lot of times, okay, as a Filipino culture, I've learned this because I myself started on this one. We don't like to create mistakes because it is somehow associated with shame. We don't want the clients will say, this is wrong, you made a mistake here, and we're not teachable. However, if we'd like to have that client for a long period of time, we need to realize that those mistakes are being pointed at us so we can grow better, that we can provide better services, and we can have the client's preferences. Okay. We need to also have reliability. Okay, so it comes to our internet connection, when it comes to our reports, when it comes to passwords, security. So don't go ahead and take screenshots and then gossip the client, or like, this is what he did, like, oh, I'm so tired of this client. Okay, be professional. All right, be there and be client friendly. And when the you mentioned that you're going to deliver it at the end of the week, make sure that you deliver it at the end of the week. Okay, be reliable. Also consistency. So if the meeting is always on Monday, make sure that you're there. Don't be like looking for excuses that there was a typhoon, there was an earthquake, the lamppost fell down, there was flood. Okay, just to create that excuses. Always organize your schedule already in order for you to stay consistent. Be proactive. Don't be asking the client to give you information all the time. Okay, in our apprenticeship, this is what I'm looking for those that I will hire from the apprenticeship. Okay, because we also have that apprenticeship where our graduates can learn and work with us or with other clients. Those that are usually proactive, like, here's my task, how did I do with my task? Okay, not wait for me or for their managers to always be giving instruction or to do a follow-up for them. Those are the ones that are usually hired after the apprenticeship. Okay, dependable. That means that when the client mentioned this and the client forgets, you mention it to the client, like, hey, this is what happened, this is the result. Okay, she or he can depend on you, and then confident at the same time. Okay, so you go out there, you take out your shyness and just go out there. If you make mistakes, it's part of the process. Okay, so in getting started, here are some tips in order for us to get started. So as much as possible, I'm going to discuss probably the last 30 minutes, okay, 20, 30 minutes, and then we can go with question and answer, and the most awaited one, the tap fans, okay? So in getting started, especially, okay, I'm going to go through questions that are not asked, or questions that are often asked, okay? So one question that are often asked is that, Miss Grace, how can we go and be hired if we have no experience? Okay. So number one is, make sure and know that, if you are not exactly sure where to start, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. And this is why there are trainings, this is why there are certifications. So even if you have no experience, listen to the next slides, because I'm going to be giving you the very information in order for you to have the understanding, and you can somehow have the gist on how you can start working as a virtual assistant. Okay, so number one, make sure that you audit your computer skills, because it's very much needed in virtual assistants. So computer skills means your ability to manage Microsoft Office. Okay, your ability to manage, maybe, we can see here, these computer skills. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger, so okay, so it's a little big. Okay, and you can see it all the way. Okay, there you go. So number one is, again, audit your computer skills. Okay, so it can be your knowledge in basic Microsoft Office, like copy pasting, taking screenshots. Okay, maybe even like attaching. Okay, so those are really basic, but I mean, I know for a lot of newbies, we actually create guides for them on this one, because I understand for a lot of newbies, this is still something that one might be adjusting, and it's okay. Okay, so if you are a newbie, go ahead and audit. If you need training on that, it's okay. If you need training on, if you need training on your computer skills, okay, go ahead and have that. Okay, spreadsheets, because you will be using a lot of spreadsheets. So maybe be familiar with how spreadsheets work, how to copy paste, how to insert picture, basic copy pasting, basic formulas. Okay, PowerPoint, Microsoft Access, QuickBooks, email, web and social media skills, graphics. Okay, the good thing about this one is that, this today, in today's world, this can be learned. Okay, maybe you need to be watching YouTube videos on this one, but audit your computer skills. Okay, because again, you can start as simple as possible, but you need to know where you're at. Are you in the newbie, in the intermediate, or in the expert level, and it's okay to start in the newbie. Okay, but audit your computer skills, because in my experience, we've been training. There are really people that sometimes are still adjusting to how to do screenshots, how to do copy pasting. Okay, how to go ahead and attach. Okay, so, real quick, please let me know in the comment section, how do you consider yourself? Are you in the expert level? Are you in the intermediate level? Do you consider yourself in newbie level? Okay? Let me know in the comment section so I will be guided. Okay? So we have here okay na okay, newbie, intermediate, okay. ICT strand, good job. Okay, came from the ICT strand, intermediate, newbie, transitioning, intermediate, newbie. So we have people that are actually already, somehow have already started. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so intermediate, newbie. So a lot are newbies, a few are intermediate. Okay, so it's okay. All right, again, it's good to be able to somehow acknowledge where you're at so you can be guided. Okay, so another one we have here. Okay, so one thing for you to get started is go ahead and check, okay, where you're at when it comes to your computer skills. Audit it. So a lot of entry level, a lot of newbies. Okay, another one is you make sure that you give your social media a total makeover. This is what I mentioned earlier. So you should bring your career into the social media sphere. So if you have been posting like negative, okay, against the government, if your name is a little bit more from the crusty crab, okay, give it a makeover. Okay, this will really save your life. I really emphasize it here. Okay, because again, professionalism plays a big factor. So go after this. Okay, don't go there yet because you're still listening here. Okay, but go ahead and give your social media a makeover. If probably you can have like a new professional a cover photo, maybe a professional profile photo, maybe add your experiences there. And this can be in your Facebook, in your LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, please create and sign up a LinkedIn account. If you don't have a Facebook page, maybe later on, throughout the week, you can go and create a Facebook page for yourself. Okay, that will really, or if you don't want to make Facebook page, only your Facebook personal account, then you can go ahead and give it a little makeover. Okay, don't be bitter, don't be sharing things there that are a little bit negative. Okay, maybe just randomly you're sharing this and that, because again, a lot of times in today's world, you will be checked by your client. Okay, the client will really check out your existence in social media. Okay, so please go ahead and consider that. Another one is you go ahead and also learn online tools, okay, that clients are using. Okay, so learn powerful and cost effective tools. So these are usually free. Okay, don't have to go and go ahead and pay for these tools. Okay, so you learn all of these things, not only that it will help you prove your expertise, but you're familiar already in how to get started. So it's easier for you to manage the client because you know how it's being done. Okay, you know how to deliver because you're familiar with the online tools. So here's an example of the online tools that you can be familiar and how it's done and how does it help you. Number one is Canva. Okay, I really highly recommend sign up, have a Canva account. You can create a lot of templates there. So there are a lot of templates, even your resume templates, even your application letter templates, your Upwork, no, not Upwork, but your profile, like maybe background, cover photo. Canva is being used by a lot of business owners. So go ahead and sign up and be familiar with how Canva works. Okay. Another one we have here is Grammarly. Why Grammarly? Because Grammarly is also a free tool, but most of this, they have a free version. Okay. And when you go for the free version, you can use a lot of other benefits, but they have a free account and you can just sign up using your Facebook account. Okay, so Grammarly is the second one. It helps you with your grammar. If you're not confident in your spelling, in your capitalization, in your use of punctuation marks, Grammarly will help you navigate it. And the more you're using Grammarly, the more that you are also being guided on how it's being done. Okay, so it will actually mark like a red line if you need to check it, and if you click on that, it will give you a suggestion. So it's good for you to get started with Grammarly, so you can download it, you can add it as a plugin um into your Chrome, and it will help you edit wrong grammar, wrong capitalization, wrong spelling, and will empower you to use proper grammar. Okay. Another one is QuickBooks. So you're a little bit familiar with invoicing, with adding accounts. Okay. And maybe even there are also like certifications there. You can also go ahead and do that. Okay. So it's more of invoicing. A lot of business owners are using this one. So you can also probably even use it into your intermediate or probably a niche, when it comes to you providing these services. Another one is Trello. So it's a very user friendly project management. So it will help you manage tasks, who is the assigned one. You can also communicate there. So most of these apps are being used by clients. Okay, so make sure that you get training for this one. You get a little bit of understanding on how this works. Okay, another one is Gmail. So there are a lot of avenues where you can really use Gmail for your business. So a lot of times as well, clients are using Gmail. So Gmail, you can go ahead and manage folders, you can manage files, you can use like scheduled out of the business, out of the office email. You can also go ahead and probably add like how you can go and add email signatures. Okay, I think last batch in our training, the client paid for this MVA student, and this is the first actually I think one of the discussions that we have in our curriculum, under masterclass virtual assistant. And that alone really helped the client. Okay, that alone really helped the client, just like managing emails. Another one is be familiar with Google Drive. Okay, so there are a lot of avenues where you can help the client with Google Drive. There are spreadsheets, documents, forms, calendars, okay, in the Google Drive. Even sites are in the Google Drive. That Google apps there, PowerPoints, okay. You can manage basically the office just online with regards to being familiar with Google Drive. So go ahead and tweak it a little bit, be familiar with, start digging with these online tools. Another one is Dropbox. So this is where you usually upload and share the file. Okay, so you're being given a certain amount in order for you to utilize that free account. So a lot of clients also are using Dropbox. Zoom, this is where you usually do interviews. Chat GPT, you can generate application letters. You can generate multiple listing services descriptions. You can create content. You can create a lot of other things using Chat GPT. Again, these are free versions. So start digging on these online tools. This will really help you start working as a virtual assistant. The more you know, even just this one, get familiar with this one, the higher your employability will go up, with these platforms alone, with these sites alone. Okay, so go ahead and be familiar with this one. So another one. Okay. Go ahead and also sign up in relevant job boards. So I mentioned earlier, not just the freelancing sites, but also probably sign up for like agencies. Okay, get your names listed there. Also go ahead and maybe also consider signing up to LinkedIn. Okay, other avenues, maybe search online on other job boards that are similar to Upwork. Upwork is the biggest out there. But again, just like what I showed you earlier here, okay, once you have created your once you're familiar with these things, it's easier for you to even if the client is using other tools or other apps. Okay, like for example, Canva, there's Futur. Okay, there's also the of course Adobe. Okay, Grammarly, there are other avenues as well. But if you're familiar with this, it's easy for you to transition in other apps. Okay, so go ahead and sign up also Upwork, in order for you to start researching for jobs that are maybe from simple to complex, maybe as simple as data entry, research, email management, to complex projects such as web development, sales funnels, e-course creation, and so on. Okay, so go ahead and be familiar. Also, when you're here, go ahead and check out what are other freelancers doing. Okay, go ahead and maybe check out other platforms as well. Okay, go ahead and check out what are the other profiles featuring, how are they doing this. Okay, so you're also a little bit competitive with the ones that are showing online. When I started in Upwork, and then I was checking out other freelancers, I noticed that there are freelancers who are adding feedback from clients in their overview. So I also started doing that. Okay, so go ahead and check out and also learn from these other job boards, so you can be staying relevant. Okay, so another one, we're almost done, and then we will have question and answer, and then afterwards we will have the tap fan. Okay, so another one as well, make sure that you get clients on social media. This is what I mentioned earlier. So how are you going to do that? So most of the high end clients are actually in social media. Why? Because some of them don't know that they can hire clients or virtual assistants in job boards or in freelancing sites. Okay, in freelancing platforms. So but a lot of them, they have like presence in social media. So a lot of them have online presence, or maybe have like Instagram account, they have a TikTok account. So you go ahead and follow them. Okay, so number one, identify your ideal client. So ideal niche, for example, you are providing online bookkeeping. Who are your ideal clients for online bookkeeping? Who are needing online bookkeeping? So probably e-commerce clients, those that have Amazon stores, those that are providing e-stores or managing e-stores, or probably coaches, probably consultants, probably those in the medical field, probably lawyers, real estate brokers. Okay, so identify your ideal clients. Let's just say for this example, brokers. Okay, find out where they're hanging out and connect with them. So probably for brokers, they're usually in LinkedIn. Okay, so you go ahead and connect with brokers in LinkedIn, right? Maybe let's just say e-commerce. Where are these people in, that are having e-commerce, or probably the coaches? Maybe they're in Instagram. Okay, maybe they're in TikTok. So you go ahead and hang out with them. Go ahead and connect with them. Go ahead and comment in their pages, in their posts. And again, don't be doing this without doing number two, which is giving your social media a total makeover, because they will check you out when you are here. Okay, when you are here, and they're going to like look at like, okay, who's this person that's always commenting, that are liking? They're going to check out your profile. So if you did not do number two, this one right here will not be as effective. So make sure that you do number two, do a social media makeover. So when you're commenting, when you are basically establishing that relationship, they can see that you are indeed a professional virtual assistant. Okay, understand what they do and find out their struggles. So for example, for real estate brokers, what are their struggles? What are their pain points? Maybe it's selling houses. Okay, so here our ideal client, I'm already giving you a real example. Okay, ideal client, broker. Okay, here our ideal client is broker. Here, where are they hanging? You can go ahead and maybe LinkedIn, and then here you can go ahead and check out what are their struggles, selling houses. So reach out to them and give a free consultation, and probably you can reach out to them and say, hey, I can help you sell houses by promoting your listings in social media, and I will use TikTok and Facebook page and Instagram for that. Okay, so you can go and give solutions to their pain points. So don't just go ahead and like tell them, hi, my name is this and that, I'm a virtual assistant, and I can go and give you services. Okay, in today's age and today's world, your proposal matters. It's not anymore the time where we say, I have this and I'm willing to be trained. Okay, they're not gonna hire you. Okay, though willingness to be trained or trainability is okay, but you will have an edge if you come in and you already have like a proposal to them. You already identify their pain points, and you have a solution prepared for them. Okay, so go ahead and find out again their niche. Go ahead and find out where are they hanging out, maybe in LinkedIn and YouTube. So for example, another one, let's give another example. Ideal client: vloggers, okay, or podcasters. Where are they hanging out? YouTube and TikTok, okay? What are your pain points? More views, okay? More views, more reach, okay? So how can you go ahead and provide solution for that? SEO, all right? Or managing, making sure that you optimize their videos, you optimize their searchability, and them being found in the internet. Okay, social media. So that's how you can go and get high ticket clients. It's a lot of work. However, if you know what you're doing, so it's very targeted, it's very specific, and it works. Okay. So I hope that you're learning from here. So your rates, how are you going to identify your rates? I mentioned that I'm going to tackle this today. So when it comes to rating yourself with your you getting paid as a virtual assistant, there are avenues where you can be paid. One is hourly, the other one is per project, and then the other one is your retainers. Okay, so hourly is the easiest way to charge a client. So for example, I work, I'm a teacher. Okay, I'm a teacher in DepEd. I'm setting this as an example because in our last batch, I think 5 or 7 are out of the 30 students in MVA. This is the in-person training. Out of the 30 students, 5 or 7 are DepEd teachers. Okay, I'm not going to mention the names, of course. And I think 2 or 3 are nurses, and others are BPO or call center agents. Okay, so, for example, I'm a DepEd teacher and I'm going to work part time. So, I'm only going to maybe mark myself with a part time, maybe 20 hours per week. Okay, and that's like 3 to 4 hours daily from Monday to Saturday. Okay, so if I'm going to go ahead and maybe charge the client $10 per hour, so that's 200. So if we're going to do the math, okay, bring out your calculators. 20 hours per week times 20, times $10 per hour, that's $200 per week. If you're going to multiply it to 4 weeks, that's $800 per week, per month. So you do the math when it comes to the exchange rate. Okay, so that's how hourly works. So you decide on your hourly rate. So how can you go ahead and like maybe decide, Ma'am Grace, on our hourly rates? If you are in the newbie or beginner level, okay, so and you are not trained, you don't have any certification, you're not trained, you don't know how it works, you can start with $3 to $4, unfortunately. Okay, if you are trained, you know how it's being done, you can run tasks with minimal supervision. Okay, you can rate yourself $6 to $8, 6 to 7, $8. Okay, if you have done it, you're in the intermediate level. Okay, if you have done it, you know how to conduct Facebook ads, you know how to put up a social media optimization, a social media content calendar, how to schedule it, social media automations, you can run it. Probably there will just be minimal client preferences. Then you can go for that's the intermediate level, $8 to $10. Okay, and then of course expert level, you can go to $10 to $20, okay, per hour. All right, so you're in the comment section, there are already a lot of people that are adding, okay, like the rates. Okay, that's good, you're calculating. So that's how you can charge your hourly rates. How much more if you are working full time? Okay, so let's just say, okay, this is the calculation right here. So in dollars, Okay, thank you, Rups TV. Okay, so 44,000, all right, pesos. That's the calculation. I think there was another one, 32,000 per month. Okay, and that's part time. Okay, that's part time. How much more if you are full time, like 40 hours? How much more if you have two clients? Okay, how much more if you're going to delegate it and have five clients? All right, so that's how freelancing is really beneficial. But again, it's not an overnight success. Sometimes you have to really start from scratch, but it's going to be very, it will be, it will be very beneficial, and you will be, you get the results, and the freedom and flexibility alone that it brings. It's very heartwarming. So that's one hourly. Another one is per project or fixed. Okay. So for this one, you're going to charge the client on the completion or probably per milestone. So for example, I'm a teacher. Let's just say again, I'm a nurse. Okay. Let's go and find another one. I'm a nurse or I'm a student, and I'm going to be creating articles. I will be writing content, and it's going to be articles. All right. So let's just say I want to be paid $10 per article, and there is this client who will pay me, and this is who hired me, $10 per article, and I'm going to be writing 20 articles. Okay, so again, 20 times 10, so 20 articles times $10 per article, that's $200. Okay, and I'm doing it part time. So you can be paid at the end of the project. So when you finished writing all of the 20 articles, $200, or you can pay it per milestone. So let's just say, for example, I want 50% when the project is 50% done, and then the rest of the 50% when the project is completely done. Okay, so that's how you can go ahead per project. Another example, search engine optimization. Usually you can charge the client 1,000 to $1,500 per website. Okay, when it comes to SEO. All right. So let's just say when the let's just say $1,000. So after you have maybe done the 50% of the optimization, maybe there are let's just say 100 pages and posts, and you have done 50 of them, and you have done the optimization, and or probably 50% when the on page and another 50% for off page optimization. So you can charge the client $500 if it's 50% complete, when it comes to the project completion, and the rest of the 50% after the client is after the whole project is done. Or there are also other clients that will pay you when the whole project is done. Okay, but for me, a little note, as a freelancing thought leader, go ahead. In today's age, there are a lot of scammers. Okay, so make sure you do it per milestone. Okay, so make sure that you want the client to pay you when it's 50% complete, and then also maybe even 25%, another 25%, another payment. Okay, another note on this one, we had another virtual assistant before. Her name is Irene. Okay, this was when we were still FVA, and Irene did a project for the client, like from scratch to success. She created the emails. She created, like, it was a 3-month project. Okay, she created the emails, added the email signatures, optimized the emails. She also created the website, optimized the website, created the blogs in the website, put SEO, optimize the website on page, off page. She also created all of the social media sites for that business. And then she also created contents for that business. Okay. So it was a 3-month project. It was very long. And she was already worried, like, I don't really know if this is work. She was worried. But then towards the end of the 3 months, you know what? Or how much the client paid her. I don't know. If Irene is watching this one, let me know. I know that when we posted this one, she changed her name because there were a lot of people who messaged her, like, how. Okay. The client paid her 1 million pesos to $20,000. Okay. For the whole thing. But she also did from scratch up to the whole thing: websites, pages, posts, social media sites, content of the social media sites. Okay. And even after that, she also had other clients. I think there was a spending certain $100,000 there. She was literally the overnight millionaire. Okay, but that wasn't like an overnight millionaire. She worked for it for 3 months. Okay, so there are avenues where there are really good clients that will do that, but in today's age, be wise and go for milestones. Okay, 50%, you go ahead and pay me when the client when it's already also done, go ahead and pay me. Okay, another one is you can also go for a retainers package. So you can offer a package where you list specific tasks and number of hours for the client to use, and then afterwards when the hours are consumed, then you can go ahead and be paid with the whole thing. Or if it's not consumed, then that will be retained to the next month. So that's also one way because the client feels safe on this one. Let's just say, for example, I'm going to be paid $800 per hour for 40 hours. And then you do like a tracking with your time tracker. And it so happened that you only consume out of the 160 hours, you only consume, let's just say, 100 hours. Okay. So the client still has, let's just say, $200, $250. So that will be used the next one until it's consumed. Okay, so it's not common, but there are clients who are willing to do this. Okay, so again, how are you getting paid as a virtual assistant? You can be paid per hour. You can also be paid per project, or you can be paid retainers. All right, we are done. Okay, so to wrap up with our discussion, and then we can go with question and answer, and then our top fan, okay, giveaway. In order for you to establish and benefit and really enjoy the benefits and advantages of virtual assistants, the beauty of this one is you can have a very rewarding career as a virtual assistant where you have the ability to work anywhere. You can work on your schedule. You can earn, up to $1,000 per month as a beginner. You can also work even, no matter how old you are, and you can go and consider other avenues when it comes to connection and opportunities. Okay, so we're wrapping things up. These are avenues for you, an advantage on like working as a virtual assistant. Also, you need to be able to have the following traits: being professional, on top of communication, organized, resourceful. You need to also be teachable, reliable, consistent, proactive, dependable, and being confident. Okay, no syndrome, like the where you're like, okay, can I really do this? You have to just really give it all out. Okay, another one also, in conclusion, you need to be doing the following in order for you to get started with virtual assistants: audit your computer skills, give your social media a total makeover, learn online tools that clients are using today. You need to also sign up in online jobs platforms such as Upwork, and you can also consider finding clients in social media. Okay, so that's it. All right. I hope that you learned a lot, from this. Okay. So we're going to, have some question and answer. Okay. Probably I can spend 10 minutes on this one. Let me know if you have questions in the comment section so we can be guided. Okay. Let me know if there are questions. So we will be answering the questions. I know there were questions earlier. So let me just bring those up. Okay. So, and then the rest, please go ahead and add this. I won't be probably able to answer all of the questions, but I will be for sure. If you go ahead and I'll make note that those were answered. Okay, one question that was asked earlier: VA agencies are like BPO. Maybe a little bit when it comes to operations, but the task and the work not like the BPO. Okay, BPO, we've had like a lot of BPO supervisors and those in the higher ups that trained with us, and they said that the work in virtual assistance is totally different. Okay, it's totally different. So the VA agencies are actually like real corporate companies. So you work with them, but you're working from home most often. Okay, so I hope that it helps. Another question here. We have what is the best advice that you can give to newbies with limited experience to write in their profile? Maria, I will probably mention start with where you're at. List down everything that you can do. Maybe graphics design, internet research. Be as detailed as possible. Scheduling appointments. Transcription. Identify what are the things that you have. May it be hard skills or soft skills. Focus on that, and of course you may be needing training in order to go to complex jobs in order for you to also get complex opportunities. Okay. Another one also we have here, would you recommend creating social media account or using a personal? Jonea, it's really up to you. So if you are a little bit more introvert and you'd like a separation with your personal and your professional accounts, maybe create another social media account, okay, dedicated for your for your freelancing. However, if you're not really posting and it's actually very similar, it's better if you only use your own and just give a total makeover. Okay. The beauty of this one is that usually one verification that you need to do in order for you to be approved or have your connects or your rating in other social media sites go higher and be found by clients is connecting your existing social media sites. Okay, so that's the usual trait. Okay, that's the usual avenue. So if you go ahead and connect, okay, a current one with lots of activities already, the more that you will be verified easily. Okay, where can we see the code? I'm not going to post the code. I will only mention the code. Okay, so make sure that you stay with me until the end after we choose 5 top fans, and then I will mention the code. Okay, so to Elisha or Alicia, okay. Okay, ang daming opportunity in freelancing. Okay. Right. Thank you. Yes, best the have the best equipment. Okay. I'm a beginner. I am an MVA degree holder and lean six sigma yellow belt. Good job. Congratulations. Is it okay to charge starting at $5 per hour? Probably if you position yourself under a skill that is not your expertise. But if you are providing a skill under the MVA, you can actually do a lot. You can do SWOT, you can do TQMs, you can do like risk management, you can do pitches, okay? You can do like company pitches, you can do like what you learn from your MVA, business models. Then you can charge probably $10 to $20 per hour because it is your expertise and they will really go for those with MVA holders. Okay. But if you are starting from probably a skill that you're not an expert, maybe social media, digital marketing, if you don't have any expertise on those, then you can start at $5 per hour. Okay. So I hope that helps. Another question here. Can we still avail the anniversary price of the training? Yes, we are currently on anniversary rates. So our short courses are only 99 pesos, okay, until August 15. And these are not like courses that you just watch the video and then like it doesn't have value at all. These are created courses based on curriculum that are relevant to business owners. These are really created usually 3 to 6 months. Okay. Some of these 99 courses are web design, online teaching, online school creation, chatbot marketing, basic social media. Okay. 99 pesos under our anniversary. But it has like an early bird rate. After the 15th, from 99, it becomes 199. Okay? Pwede bang hindi magbayad ng tax? Hopefully, we can still do this, Francis. Okay? However, I'll give you pros and cons. Before, when we started, freelancing in 2012, we were really benefiting from it. Okay, there were months that we were averaging 100,000 pesos. Okay, this is my husband and I, 180,000 pesos. There were months where we have like 11 clients and we were averaging, the two of us, okay, 250,000, and we were like buying all the time, and we were always in the mall, we were eating everything. Okay, however, we came to a time where like, just wait a minute, we're getting old and we don't have any savings. Okay, so we started having savings and we started having our goals, like getting a car, getting a house, establishing a business. Okay, and in order for you to have those freelancing goals, you need to have an ITR, or income tax return. Unfortunately, our country is not that familiar with freelancing yet. We're grateful with Bam Aquino and Senator Bongo, who is providing all of these opportunities where we can be guided, but it still doesn't have any coverage when it comes to the platforms that clients are usually hiring us. So, sariling sikap, okay? We need to be somehow proving to the state that we can afford a car, we can afford a house. And that's usually being validated by an ITR. So maybe you can start freelancing and not, file your tax yet because you're not, really certain. There's no like regular income yet. But once it's regular and you can, file like a certain amount of, that's your, probably minimum or regular rate, then file. Why? Because it will help you later on, especially if you're establishing your freelancing goals. Okay. Is there a way to avoid client spot scammers? Okay. Number one is you have to check out their online presence. I will actually discuss this on the next one, on the next. So please make sure that you are here again next Tuesday. Okay. I will show you how it's being done. But number one is you have to ensure if they're in the platform that they have verified payments and they have prior hiring. Not like lots of job posts, but prior hiring. Okay, they hired somebody. Another one, if they only have their social media sites, you have to make sure that they have online presence, and that online presence, usually you go, if it's a Facebook page, you go to the about section and you go and usually check on the how many people are managing it. Okay, so if you go to the about section and if you see that it's actually managed by 20 people, and other, most of these people are coming from a little bit shady nations where a lot of scammers are coming, then don't go for it. Okay, so I hope it helps. Okay. Okay. Others already connecting with each other. How can I rate my client who is my cousin? That's a little bit hard. Okay, especially for local clients. But maybe you can go and start with $3 per hour, or maybe if it's a local client, okay, that's 150 pesos per hour. Okay, and make sure that that's why it's important for you to have your packages. It's important for you to have your rates set up, like local rates and international rates. So like your, so they will respect. And we need to also raise up the standard in the Philippines that us doing creatives and freelancing need to be paid, not thank you all the time, because it's real work and it will benefit them and it has real results. Okay. Another question. If may nag-message direct sa WhatsApp, okay, and they give the profile in LinkedIn, how do I know if it's a scammer? Again, look for their profiles in other social media sites. Usually also I look into the company name, and then, or the company website, and then Google. Okay, you can probably do this. Google, like, just say for example, let's just say for example the client name is Grace Luxin. Is Grace Luxin a scammer? Okay, you can go ahead. Or is Surge freelancingmarketplace.com a scam or scam check? Usually it will validate. There are apps now that will validate, like this one is a red flag, this one is a green flag. Okay, but if they're not usually going through the normal route, like hiring you, having a contract and doing it properly, they just give you or contact you in WhatsApp, usually it's a scam. Okay, so what courses will you suggest if you are going to be suggest if I take as a newbie, the freelancing course. We created that course, and that's our first and foremost course when we created in 2016. And a lot of millionaires were generated from that course. Okay, so it's a start to success course. It will give you definitions on how to work from home. It will provide different niches, the categories, the payments, what are the setup platforms, how can you set up your profiles, how can you be competitive, how are you going to create your resume, your application letter. And all of our courses have opportunities for you to to only watch videos, okay, with a guidance via email by a trainer or a team, or attend online training or online coaching or mentoring. Okay, so the freelancing course is perfect for newbie. Okay, so I think I already answered this one. How much is the apprenticeship in Surge? It is 500 pesos, and it's only because, again, we created the courses that you can already get clients after. Okay, so the apprenticeship is only optional if you need experience in work. I'm in UAE. Is it required for to be in the Philippines only? No, you can go ahead and sign up anywhere you are. The only one that's limited to Filipinos, when it comes to the platform, is the Upwork. I know the online jobs.ph is only dedicated to Filipinos in the Philippines. But the rest of the other online social media and other platforms and other agencies, you can go ahead and be hired. Okay, and you can sign up. $6 per hour, good for intermediate. Yes, that's good. If you are, but usually based on our hiring rate from our current graduates from our MVAs or masterclass virtual assistant, they are usually hired from $8 to $11 per hour. Okay, how can you assess? I already answered this one. What are the essential training courses should we be taking? I already answered this one also, near. Okay. I love the name. Okay. Freelancing course. Free training. Okay. You're welcome. Is okay to for the senior high schooler? Yes, it's okay. We have had, especially last month, because there were a lot of I think it was vacation time. We've had a lot of high school and junior high. The only issue with them, if they're not 18 years old yet, is that they can sign up and be verified because they need to have an ID that it's legal for them to be hired. But they can already probably just go and have the payment information of their parents. This happened before in a lot of my students. I usually give this an example. There was a homeschooler mom enrolled her 16-year-old baby girl, her daughter, and she was hired as an online writer. The next month, the mom also enrolled, and she was hired also as a social media manager. Okay, so at least maybe 17 years old, because if they're turning 18 years old, they will already have that ID. Okay, maybe few more questions. Is it like a Google Maps reviewer survey? Usually these ones are there, but it's not common. Okay. So it's there sometimes, but it's not common. It's usually per project. How do we know? I already answered this one. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I already answered this one. Okay, most of it I already answered. How do we create a profile? I will show this next Tuesday. Okay, because our topic next Tuesday is in line with this one. Okay, next Tuesday we will be discussing. I know next Tuesday, it's not next Tuesday yet. Next Tuesday we will be discussing 10 virtual assistant work or tasks or niches and how it's being done. We will, however, discuss getting hired as a virtual assistant. So I will show you how you can optimize your profiles. Okay. So I hope that you will be here all throughout. All right. Maybe last question. I'm sorry not able to answer everything, but you can email us if you have other questions. How do I ensure that the skills I have needed nowadays in digital way of doing business? Do you have a course where I can take computer skills, tools, and systems? If you're going to take the freelancing course, we just actually created like a pre-work, and the online tools that we mentioned earlier, it's already free under that course. Okay, so like being used to computer systems, so it's already it's not there yet, but it's already free. Especially if you sign up now, it's already free next month. Okay, so it's already included, plus the ones that you have. plus the ones that you know, the skills and the setup that you're going to learn. Undergraduate in BS or Bachelor's in Science and Computer Engineering with a year of experience in the field. Virtual assistants, appropriate in my situation. Anybody, yeah. Especially if you have a little bit of knowledge already, or if you have a skill that you can give to clients. Okay. All right. So I want to end on time. Okay. So now let's go ahead and have this one right here. Okay. Top fans. So we were able to generate, top fans. So we actually posted this one yesterday. Supposedly yesterday was our training. All right. So if you are not here, please make sure that you like our page and you go ahead and also comment on our page. You share because the top fan is computer generated. Okay, so that will be given to you. So let me go ahead and share the names that we have so far. So I know there were like 100 plus names. So here's an avenue for you to be a top fan. There you go. So this was posted by Sir Adrian, our social media junior assistant. Okay, so here are the guidelines. You need to be a top fan of at least 2 weeks. So today we will be getting 5 names only. Next week, I think 10 names. The next week, 15 names. And then the next week, 20 names. The next week, another 20 names. Okay, so we are going to be giving a total of 70. Okay, 70 top fans. So here, like next week, 10 top fans will be drawn. Another one, August 15, 15 top fans. August 22, 20 top fans. And then 29, that's 20 top fans again. So a total of 70. Okay. This is because, again, we want to be, we want to ensure that we're thanking you for our 7 years of success, all of your heart, all of the things that you are doing in supporting us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the names of these top fans. And it's okay if you're not here. Okay, because we will still be able to like have your name. So it's all here. Okay, all of the names are here. Okay, let me just close this one. So it's all here. Okay, so I hope that you're getting it. You will be able to, follow along. So all of these people, the 5 that will be drawn, will win a free course of choice. So all of our courses are available except for the VA agency course. Okay, so there's data analytics, real estate, e-commerce. So you can go ahead and so it's all here. Okay, so there's like, I think yeah, like a lot, like it's all here, 179. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the first name. Okay, first winner is, okay, I hope that, there you go. Right, so that's one winner. Let me just take a screenshot so we can ensure that we're going to notify you. So that's one. So material, okay, tarps, you win a free course of choice. So go out to courses that vsearchmarketplace.com/courses and choose a course. Okay, second one we have, okay, let's go and find out who the second winner is. Rona May Julia Banyares. Okay, so this is the second winner. Okay, so it's going to take a screenshot again. 3 more. Okay, we have 3 more. So we have free course of choice, any of the 40 plus courses that are available except for the VA agency. M. Margaret Go, congratulations. 2 more. Okay, 2 more winners. All right. And again, we'll be drawing more names in the next 4 other weeks. Carrie Jane Quino. Okay, congratulations. I hope I'm pronouncing all of these names properly. Okay. One last winner. Okay, let's go. We have also, the last winner is, Nelly Martinez. Okay, so these were generated by Facebook. So again, in order for you to achieve or be a top fan, make sure that you like our page, you share, you comment. So eventually, usually it just takes a few days, and then you will be notified. You are a top fan. Okay, so you are a top fan of this, and congratulations. So congratulations to all of the winners. Our Don't write this in the comment section, okay? No writing. So the ones that are not here or not following along, they won't be able to just copy. So no writing, okay? No writing in the comment section. Our code, okay? Our code, in order for you to use that in our feedbacking, okay? In our feedback form, in order for you to be certified. Remember, guys, if you are here 5 weeks, that's already 5 certificates in your portfolio. Okay, so the code is seventh surge. 7th surge. SURGE. Don't write it down. Don't write it down. Okay. Seventh surge. Okay. Seventh surge. Seven, the number seven, TH, and then SURGE. All right. I would like to end here. Thank you very much for being with me the last almost 2 hours. I appreciate all of your time and for being with me. Okay. There are 700 of you. Thank you for signing up. Thank you so much for patronizing Surge Freelancing Marketplace. Yes, no space. There are really like others are like, no space, coach, no space. Okay. No space, all low caps. Okay, no, don't write. Okay, we all lowercase. Okay, all lowercase. So thank you very much. We will still have gifts for you guys. So next week we will be drawing 10 winners, and the ones that are online, we will also be getting your names, and you might also win Gcash, Gcash amounts. Okay, so this is again in thank you, okay, in thanking you all for allowing us to grow and being with us in, recognizing and standardizing and really polishing how we can be a better freelancing platform and representation of the freelancing community out there. So I'm going to end here. We will email you in an hour of the feedback form, and that feedback form will lead you to a link and you will insert the code there. The code again is seventh surge, lower caps. Okay, lahat lower caps. No uppercase, no space, no other characters. 7THSURGE. Thank you very much. We will send you the feedback form in order for you to add the code in few minutes. Please watch out for it. Until then, I will see you again next Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. for another topic that will really empower you in order for you to achieve freedom and flexibility in freelancing. That has been our heart since 2016, and we will continue to commit to that mission in empowering everyone in order for us to all achieve, again, freedom and flexibility through freelancing. I will see you in the next few weeks. Okay, every Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m., we will be doing this in order to empower you guys. Bye, everybody, and God bless you all.